Good morning, people. GK is back. I got control of the Instagram again. Yes, G. Oh, have a blessed day, everybody. Take it easy. God bless. Hey, Frenchie!
Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Oh my God. To this day, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder says the Tyson Fury fight is going to be easy. Wilder continues to train. He's in training camp. Let's go. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel. Throw a like on the video. That goes a long way when you guys put a like on the video to indicate to others that this is the content that they may be looking for in the world of boxing. I am your host, Ego. This is your one-stop shop for all your boxing needs. Boxing Ego, let's get it. Now, I made a video the other day, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. He was teasing his wifey. She was in the cryo. And he says, I'm in camp once again for October 9th, where I will become two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Telly Swift decided she wanted to take the ice box. Got an ice box where my heart used to be. Challenge, and this is what happened. He said, hashtag bomb squad, hashtag to this day, hashtag I love my life. Now, let's look at the recent post, even more recent. Deontay Wilder looks like he just got finished training. Listen, I don't know if he got veneers, like if he got the teeth done, but it looks like he did. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But it looks like he got a towel over his head, got the rag on, the do-rag on, and it looks like he had a training camp session. And this is what Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is what he had to say. Another great session. My brother, Malik Scott. Oh my God. He said, this is about to be easy. Blood. Now, if you've been following Wilder, you know the blood emoji that he keeps using. He said he wants revenge, retribution, reparations, and retaliation is a must. And he said he wants his back in blood. And that's after accusing Tyson Fury of cheating. I agree that Tyson Fury did underhanded things. If you want more on that and why I feel that way, you got to check some of the old videos. This is why I implore you guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, check out some of the videos, see if it's content you like, and let's keep it moving. Let's keep building this empire. He said, hashtag bomb squad, hashtag to this day, hashtag two-time champion. So he looked like a man determined. I'll give Wilder that. He looked focused. Now, the funny thing is, let Paulie Malignaggi tell it and others, old media, they say Wilder has no hope and no chance. So the great thing about boxing is anybody who is telling you that sounds stupid. We'll start there. If you are going to say, we got a guy who fought 2 times. Listen, this is pure fact. We got a guy who fought Tyson Fury 2 times. In one of the fights, there was no real drama from Fury's end. And he got dropped. And then he got knocked down. Bang! To this day, he got hit with a right so crushing that he was knocked unconscious, to Fury's own admission. All of a sudden, Fury does these gypsy tricks, prolongs the immediate rematch that they tried to have in May, goes and fight. He links up with top ranking Bob Arum, links up with ESPN, goes to fight guys not named Wilder, Tom Schwartz, Otto Wallin. Then he goes to the WWE, and then after that whole stretch, by the time Wilder and him fight again, the fight looks nothing like the first fight. Then after, at first, even myself, I was just like, okay, Fury's the better man. If you go listen to my post-fight thoughts, there was no glove gate the day of the fight, the night of the fight. People hadn't looked into it. So I gave Fury on my channel all the credit in the world. I said, wow, came with a game plan. He outweighed Wilder. He did his thing. I had no beef with it. I said it, but I told you from the day of that it looked weird. It just looked weird. This like something was wrong with Wilder. It looked like a version of Wilder I hadn't seen, but kudos to Tyson Fury. After that moment, shortly after, Glovegate 1. And then I introduced Glovegate 2 on the channel, right? Where we started tapping in and looking like, why did the second fight look so weird? And people started diving deep. Wilder said he had dents in his head and he felt funny, he felt like a zombie. So people were like, man, what's good? What's Gucci? And then we started looking into it and we seen Fury's glove look unlaced in the first fight. And it was flopping about, as if he was double jointed or something weird. We look at the second glove. It looks like his glove was devoid of padding, all these types of things. Fast forward to the future, Tyson Fury played games and did not want to rematch Wilder. He used the global pandemic, C-19, that we're all in, still going through, before the vaccination was widely made available and things like that. He says, guess what? Even though this is the first year and the pandemic just started months ago, like a month after Wilder versus Fury 2, that fight was in February. The pandemic was known about in the States in March, mainstream. He says Wilder, because they couldn't schedule it. And if you remember, Bob Arum was updating saying, hey, we could do this at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. Hey, we're going to do it in October, maybe November, December. And Fury said he got tired of waiting, right? So he just pulled the plug on the whole thing and pulled the plug to the appliance out the socket and says, guess what? I'm not waiting for Wilder. Wilder's playing games with the date. And he just threw it on Wilder's team and says, I don't owe them the rematch. There is a rematch clause. Luckily, Wilder's team is an elite team and they had an arbitration mediation clause in there that allowed for that. And they pushed the trigger on that. Wilder did videos and posts where he called out Tyson Fury and he says, you a coward. Give me what you owe me. Here it is right there. He said, oh my God, Tyson Fury, be a man. Look, this is all documented. He dropped this on Halloween last year. He said, Fury, be a man. Fury, Gypsy King. He tagged him. It is time for you to be a man and honor your agreement. What is this BS about you fighting Carlos Takam instead of me? You got to be kidding, right? So at the time, Fury was saying he was fighting Carlos Takam. Then Fury told you he was fighting Ajit Kabiel, him and his team, on December 5th, none of which was true. Then they changed it for a third time and said Tyson Fury was fighting Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia for all the marbles, all the belts, undisputed, all the money, $75 million, $100 million a piece, yada, 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 yada. And then guess what? Wilder won the arbitration, canceled. He canceled all that. So it's amazing that I, on my channel, talk about these things. Wilder has talked about these things. We've talked about white privilege as it pertains to boxing. And you see it on Halloween. He says, stop running, stop your BS, give me what you owe. After this point, Fury hired his ensemble and legal team to fight Wilder in court rather than fight Wilder a third time in the ring. Oh my gosh, can I get an amen? Yet and still, Fury has the complexion for the protection. So despite seeing all of this, you see the idiots in the comments section oblivious to Fury's accusations of him cheating and how his glove looks in both fights, right? They're acting oblivious to Wilder says, I want to fight you next. Fury told the whole world that Wilder was scared of him because he knows what happens in the trilogy. So it sounded like he was trying to boost himself up. Wilder has been consistent. He says, when that first fight was a draw, I told you I would give you a rematch. You know, I was offered more money to fight Joshua than I was getting to fight you. talking about the 3-fight DAZN deal. Again, being a man of my word, I fought you like I said I would, right? In the rematch agreement, there was a rematch clause. Now it's time for you to be a man and honor your word instead of trying to weasel out of our agreement. Scare people run, but a scary man will break his contract. You coward ass. You thief, payback is coming. Fast forward, this was Halloween last year. Smash the like button. Fast forward to today, same energy. Another great session. This is about to be easy. So you can believe Tyson Fury, or you can believe Boxingego, you can believe Wilder. I don't care. October 9th is Judgment Day. Deontay Wilder believes he was wrong, and he's sticking to that. Tyson Fury is the one failed several times trying to get out the fight. First, he tried to get out of it altogether, said he was fighting Carlos Takam. The rematch clause expired. Then he jumped to Ajit Caballel. Then he jumped with Eddie Hearn, and they were doing 1 million in 1 more week, mate, interviews saying that the fight was going to happen in Saudi Arabia. Then he lost the arbitration. Then the arbitrator says, you got to fight this man by September. Then conveniently, Tyson Fury allegedly tests positive for the Rona after trying to run. I mean, it's nonstop charades with this guy. So I know Wilder can't wait to get this camp off and get this fight off. I think Wilder and Malik Scott look very well together. It looks like there's synergy. It looks like there's chemistry right there. And I can't wait. Once Wilder beats Fury, which is my prediction, I'm done. I don't need to hear about Fury. I don't care what he's doing. He's enjoy the money you've made. I no longer care about your career. The only reason I care about your career is because you're tethered and connected to this man, Deontay Wilder, right? Fury's games, it stops. It stops right now. Wilder seems to be in good spirits. You can listen to me. I don't really care. At the end of the day, Wilder and his team have been consistent, right? They've been consistent. What they've said has frequently come true, and we've known it to come true. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury's team, they sound like they're trying to talk themselves up. They're constantly caught up in lies. And, John Fury, late May, said he's worried about his son fighting Wilder. Throw the belt in the bin, throw it in the trash can. You don't need it, right? A month later, John Fury says Wilder's gonna die in the ring, messing with Fury in the Trilogy. Why the sudden confidence? Your son allegedly just got the Rona, so why would you be more confident? Why would you be more confident if a person's coming off of a sickness? But you were just scared a month ago. Fury is a cheater. Fury continues to cheat. He will be under a microscope. Everyone will be observing his every move. Meanwhile, while John Fury, who's not training his son, is talking all this big and bad Brody stuff about Wilder will pay. And once again, old media not saying nothing about a death threat from John Fury. But when Wilder said he wanted a body on his resume, Wilder was public enemy #1. The WBC investigated. But while he's saying that, John Fury's saying that, this is what Andy Lee is saying. And I made a video about it, so I'm not going to really go over everything. But check that previous video. It's from yesterday. Wilder has the advantage over Tyson Fury after the delay, believes Andy Lee. Andy Lee is his cousin and trainer. So the jig is up. October 9th is doomsday unless Fury tries to come with another charade or shenanigan to get out the fight or say he's injured or something else crazy like, oh, I'm retired, whatever. But if he goes out like that, he's going to look bad. And at the end of the day, the world knows what it is. How is it the moment you've been accused of cheating, instead of doing the noble thing and saying, hey, you guys think I cheated? I would never do that. Let me show you by beating this man. It's been one piece of drama, one telenovela, one soap opera after another with Tyson Fury. And I'll be glad when it's over. Use my link in the description to get TUBEBUDDY. TUBEBUDDY is an awesome browser extension to help you make money on this YouTube platform. I've been using it for years. You can use it too to make some money on this platform. Why are you on YouTube uploading videos as a content creator if you don't want to make money like yours truly? Click my link in the description to get TUBEBUDDY. Use my link to get ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu package. I promise I'm working. 2021, we up. And if it's up, then it's stuck. I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TUBEBUDDY. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.